Welcome. You can tell there is excitement in this room. So good morning to all of you in person. Good morning to all of you watching online or whatever time you watch us. This is such a wonderful day. My name is Reverend Deborah Gay. I'm the staff minister at CSL Bellingham. My pronouns are she and her. And my ancestry, which is a new thing we're doing, is Scottish, Irish, English, and German. So today we're going to celebrate this beautiful, beautiful time, the installation of our new senior minister, Reverend Abigail Schairer. So this is just a regular Sunday service, and but the big stuff happens this afternoon. So we're going to have a full day of lovely experiences. We have music today with Tabor and our band, and we also And we also will have guest musicians, Melissa and Z. So you're going to see all of this wonderful, wonderful happiness just bursting out from us. Let us begin.
Well, good morning, everyone. If you're able, why don't you stand with us and we'll sing into this day together. All right, let's sing together. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here all is welcome. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here all is welcome. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here all, let's do that again. Here I have a place. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here all is welcome. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here, bring what I have. Bring what I have. Offer what I can. I'm exactly where I need to be, right here as I am. Bring what I have. Offer what I can. I'm exactly where I need to be, right here as I. Here I have a place. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here all is welcome. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here all is welcome. Bring what I have. Offer what I can. I'm exactly where I need to be, right here as I am. Bring what I have. Offer what I can. I'm exactly where I need to be, right here as I am. So some of you may know, you may have done this song before, and you remember that these two parts, they can layer onto each other, yeah? Let's get a little crazy on this big, big day for us, right? So it might be challenging. Just pick a part and sing it, all right? Listen to your neighbor. Pick a part that feels best to you. But I'm just going to lead us through these two parts one more time, all right? But feel free to mash it up. Are you ready? Here I have a place. Here I do belong. I'm exactly where separation. Here all is welcome. Here I have a place. Here I do belong. Here there is no separation. Here all is right here as I am. Beautiful. Beautiful voices this morning. Thanks for singing. Take a minute to greet some of those neighbors out there. Teachers joining us up on stage. For any kiddos who are here with us today, will you come on up and greet your teachers, and you'll get to go outside into these beautiful grounds. And if you want to meet teachers at the back, you can do that too. They get to go outside and hang out on these wonderful grounds. All right. Well, we're going to celebrate you. I'm really glad you're here. Hooray for these teachers. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. Got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray
Good morning, everyone. As your practitioner of the day, my name is Kalish Leviel, and the name Kalish actually comes from my great-grandmother's last name, and she was from Hungary, Austria, Ukraine, that kind of area, and then my dad is from, his family's from Russia, and my pronouns are she and her. And I want you to know that anybody that you see wearing one of these, you can call on us to pray. We're happy to do it. Not only happy to do it, we love doing it. That's why we do it. That's why we became practitioners. And I also want to tell you that if you want to be more shy about it, you can submit a prayer request through the website. You can even be shy and show up without showing up at 7 in the morning for our morning prayers. And we're glad to do it. Thank you. So take a moment and breathe. And allow your eyes to close. And feel the energy in this room. The energy of joy. The energy of whatever sound is coming through. The energy of being present. That deep presence that's within each of us. We call it love, or we call it God, or we call it spirit, or divine intelligence. And it is coming through each of us. And particularly, we celebrate it through Reverend Abigail today in all of her glory, all of her wisdom, and all of her magnificence. I am so grateful that each of you is here, grateful that I am here, and grateful for all of it. Thank you, sweet spirit. And so it is.
Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of love. Grace has shown me every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected, each the face of love. Grace has shown me every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious. When held up to the light. Every heart connected. Each the face of love. Grace has shown me. Every step is holy. Every step is holy. Sing, every step is holy. 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 We have some very special guests with us today that are going to sing into Reverend Abigail's talk. So please welcome Melissa and Z up to the stage.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Big day. It's a big fat day, as we like to say in our house.
All right. Yeah? Do it. Okay. You ready? All right? Yeah?
I'm not quite ready.
Okay.
No matter where your journey's starting from, there is a voice calling you.
True story. When Harriet Tubman first escaped from slavery, she heard a voice that said, I want you to help free others. Do you know what Harriet Tubman said to that voice? She said, no. She said, not me. She said, I can't. I can't. But the voice wouldn't let up. It wouldn't let her be. I want you to help free others. I want you to help free others. Finally, Harriet Tubman, the woman who would be known as Moses, said yes. Yes. Walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night. Step by step, she followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
You've gotta walk by faith, not by sight. Listening every step of the way. Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guiding light.
True story. Harriet Tubman, with the help of the Union Army, once freed 750 enslaved people in one day. Can you imagine 750 people? Moses brought them home. The voice of spirit doesn't mess around. When you listen to that voice, you are never the same. When you listen to that voice, you are free. And it doesn't stop there. You take others with you. The 750 are still alive today. They're your sisters and your brothers in struggle and in pain. They're your doubts and your fears when you say, I can't, but you can. And you will. When you walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night. Step by step, she followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
You gotta walk by faith and not by sight. Listen every step of the way. Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guiding light. No matter where your journey's starting from, there is a voice calling you, yeah, taking you home. You've gotta
Walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night. Step by step, she followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guide.
It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight. You got it.
All right, yeah. Thank you, Reverend Audra, my cheering crowd. I love it. Reverend Audra's in the house. And Reverend David, Reverend Jill. We got a lot of visiting ministers here, so I just want to say thank you for everybody who's here today. I really appreciate it. Just so you know, my name is Abigail Schairer. If you walked in for the first time, it's a great day to come, I just have to say. And my pronouns are she and her, and my ancestry hails from Germany, Ireland, and Prussia. And Prussia, yeah, before it was any of the other things. So there's a lot of countries that Prussia is, we just don't know where. So, and I'm grateful to be here today talking about gratitude. Because I don't know about you, but the holidays sometimes bring up things for people. Yes, really. How many in the room would say their family is 100% perfect? Jill's like, my family's here. They're perfect. My mom's like, oh, I should raise my hand. It's okay that you didn't. It's all right. And how many in the room might have family that vote different than you? Oh. Getting a little deep now. And how many of you might have family members that activate things in you when you're around them? Oh, yeah. Well, I wrote this talk just for you. If any of those are true, then this talk is specifically written for you because gratitude is the solution. Now, it might seem a little simplistic, but hear me out here. Gratitude rearranges the inner architecture of your being. Literally rearranges the architecture of your being. And I don't mean by like flippant gratitude, like where you just like say it, like, oh yeah, I'm so grateful for blah 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 blah. And there's not the brain that actually thinks it or believes it. And sometimes the brain needs to even focus on it before it can drop down into the body. However, there's some really cool stuff on this. First of all, Brene Brown. Any Brene Brown fans in the house? Yeah, me too. I'm a huge super geek on Brene Brown. I'm going to meet her someday. I'm just putting that out there. And Brene Brown defines gratitude as an emotion that reflects our deep appreciation for what we value, what brings meaning to our lives, that's really key, meaning to our lives, and what makes us feel connected to ourselves and others. And she says it's not just an attitude, but it's an actual practice. It's a practice. You have to practice it. It's not just like, oh, I have gratitude. It's like you actually need to put some intentionality around it and practice it. And it requires conscious effort through specific actions. Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of Centers for Spiritual Living, this very community and many 800 around the world, says, in everything give thanks. An attitude of gratitude indicates the realization that we are now in heaven. I love that we are now in heaven. And I think that this is really important because the holiday time is, again, the time of year where things get activated, where the family of origin or the different families who have different ways of voting or different ways of seeing the world, maybe they aren't in Centers for Spiritual Living, so they might have different religious views, a different perspective. And to compound that, it tends to be a time of a lot of grief. A lot of people leave the planet around this time of year. In addition, it's also the time when the anniversaries of this is my first holiday without so-and-so, or this is first this without so-and-so. So there's a compounding of grief. And I don't know about you, but the way grief activates in me is sometimes I get extra emotional, sometimes I make decisions that are nonsensical, sometimes I may react when I'm in grief in places where I may not react. So having all of those factors involved is the perfect time to really anchor in this practice of gratitude. Bruce Lipton, he's a cellular biologist. He says, this is something remarkable that he discovered. Your perceptions control your genes. Your perceptions control your genes. It's not your DNA. Your DNA is like a little blueprint of possibilities. And your genes are turned on or off by your environment, but more specifically how you perceive your environment that you're in. So when you're in stress mode, you're worrying about the future, your body goes into the protection world, blood flows away from your brain, and you get stupider. That wasn't a fact that Bruce Lipton said, I just kind of summarized it in Abigail language. However, when you shift into appreciation, genuine felt gratitude, everything changes. Your heart rhythm becomes coherent. And when your heart gets into coherence, those of you who study heart math, which I do, that there's an energetic that goes through our heart, an energy field going through our heart, going all the way around us, front, back, side, everywhere, And when your heart gets into coherence, it actually affects people around you for the better. It changes things. So you shifting into that space shifts everything around you as well. And that's the magic. Ernest Holmes said, gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence. It's a grace. And not only that, it's a creative act. It's a place where creation happens. Gratitude is a creative act, not a reaction. So I don't know about you, but I kind of thought gratitude was supposed to be like the after effect of something. You know, like the gratitude happens after. But metaphysically, it's actually a generator. It's a catalyst. It elicits a frequency from yourself that allows, now if you're into the quantum physics, Amit Goswami would call this the superposition of all the possibilities to collapse in a certain way. So gratitude is a generator of great things. So when you shift into that frequency shifts your body, which also shifts people around you, which also shifts reality, and it also shifts your genes because the genes turn on and off according to your frequency. And it allows you to be in a completely different reality than you were before. I hope I'm giving you carrots, making you desiring, making you wanting to desire this gratitude thing. Because it's amazing. It's miraculous. A traveler once asked a Sufi master, "How do I find the path?" And the Sufi master said, "Bless everything." And the traveler said, "Well, you mean even the crappy things?" And the Sufi master said, "Yes, especially the crappy things." Because when you bless everything, the path will reveal itself to you. When you bless everything, the path will reveal itself to you. It's the catalyst, it's the generator of the unfoldment of what you would really love. So what in your life are you waiting for to get better before you have gratitude? What might shift if gratitude came first? One of the things about gratitude is also it shifts you from division to connection. So again, here we are with our families. The beloved ones we love so dearly. We're so grateful to go to see them. And there might be a projection that there could be division. And that makes sense. Jung talked about this, Carl Jung. First of all, our country is in a politically charged environment. There is this idea, which isn't the truth, but there's this idea of separation. If you're feeling any sense of separation, of an us versus them, that is because it's the human psyche or our country's psyche trying to protect itself. Because when the human psyche gets into protective mode, it starts creating division. The mind goes into the good people and the bad people. I have to protect myself from the bad people. And so when there's stress and there's this polarization that happens, it's like there's us versus them. And if you notice that you are in us versus them mode, then you might your brain might be in protection mode. It might be saying, I need to protect, and so therefore I'm going to create this idea of us versus them. And it even has shadow projection, which is extra fun. So instead of feeling like, or saying, I feel overwhelmed, the mind goes, They are dangerous. They are the problem. Instead of taking accountability for maybe I'm feeling threatened, I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling nervous, I am off my center. Because how do I behave when I'm off my center? That's exactly where I go to. I go to the us versus them. But when I'm on my center, I'm clear that I am in a space of love, that I'm in a universe where the infinite universe is here for me. And that the power of love is more powerful than any hate or division or anything like that in the world. And so if I align myself with that, I can realign with the truth of my being. And when I see from those eyes, I start talking about love. And I start acting as if I'm the place where love is showing up. So the inner space, it creates an inner space of peace, of harmony, of realizing that there's no us and them, that there's not only a line, we were talking about this last night, how there's sometimes a line of things, there's a line of sexuality, they call it the Kinsey scale? The Kinsey scale, but really it's not a line, it's like a circle. There's a circle, and it's the same thing with gender expression. It's a circle. There's no line. There's no this and that. There's kind of like we made up boxes in our head of what this and that stand for. And then if I'm not this, then I must be that. Or what if I'm neither this or that? Where do I stand in that? And then what if I can just like unhook all the this and that and the us and them and get all those hooks out of me and just tune into the reality that this is all God. And it's inclusive of all of it. It's inclusive of all of it. And that's when I'm tuned into the wholeness of who I am. And I see the wholeness in myself and I see the wholeness in you, even though you act different, vote different, have a different religious belief system than me, I can see in you that divine inherent wholeness. And when I see in you the divine inherent wholeness, I behave differently towards you, and it affects everything. There's a Navajo story about a boy, Tahoma. And Tahoma had been pretty shut down. And the family had noticed that Tahoma had been shut down. And so the grandmother said, come here, Tahoma. And the little boy came to the grandmother. And the grandmother said, Tahoma, when did you lose your song? And in the Navajo religion, the song is called the hoso. And the song is harmony, balance, and your inner sense of beauty. And so the grandmother says, when did you lose your song? And the little boy says, there were some kids making fun of me today. And instead of saying anything, the grandma said, oh, I hear you. And she takes the boy outside, and she looks at the clouds and the trees, and she sits down on the earth, and she puts her hands on the earth, and the boy does the same. And she just takes some deep breaths, and Tahoma breathes with her. And she starts singing a song. And soon, Tahoma starts singing with her. And she looks at him and she notices that his shoulders have relaxed. There's a little light behind his eyes, and that something has shifted in him. And she says, you have found your song. You are back to yourself. Now, often in our world or this society, at least American society, it's like you might ask your child, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? What's going on? and this perspective is like I'm noticing that you're off center, let's get back to the place of center. And being in that space of the earth, the breath, the trees, the sky, whatever is that thing that brings you back to the center, that's that place of gratitude. It brings you back to yourself. And it allows a new awakening within you. So it doesn't erase the difficulty. She didn't say, oh, those kids were bad, or that was wrong, or you are feeling wrong about it. None of that. It doesn't erase what was or is. It's just a bringing back to the truth of being. So what things have been challenging for you? Where have you noticed that you might be off center? Or what story might you be ready to set down? I don't know if you've heard the ladder of inference. Some of you have, some of you haven't. But it's like our brain wants to make up stories that are crappy about things that are going on. Like, oh, I don't have the information. I'm missing from point A to point B. And so therefore, I'm going to make up a story. So like you go up the ladder of inference. If I sent an email to my friend and they didn't respond to me, they must be mad at me, or they don't really care about what I'm talking about in the email. And so therefore, I'm mad at them, but I'm really mad at them because maybe they're mad at me and I don't know what's going on. And then I'm all up in this big tizzy and everything. I'm just saying this because this actually happened to me recently. It totally happened to me. And then I emailed another friend, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe my friend didn't respond. And they're like, they're busy. And I was all, oh. Have I ever been so busy that I missed an email? Why, yes, I have. And I was like, wow, I just made up a whole story about this thing. And I was like, okay, jumping off the ladder, getting back to my center. I am so grateful to acknowledge where they're at and to see it in me. And to get back to my center. That's what gratitude does. And the even better part is it opens up our GPS. It opens up our inner guidance system. Our inner God positioning system, our inner goddess positioning system. It opens us up to that. So, in that story of Harriet Tubman has an inner guidance system of, I'm being called to do something. But if I'm so distracted by the world or what's going on, I might ignore that inner call. But whenever I tune into gratitude, what I'm grateful for, then it rearranges my own innards so I can hear that inner positioning system. And Harriet Tubman had that. It was like, do this thing, be called forth into this area. There's a story about a woman who was in deep grief and didn't know what to do, and so she sat on a banyan, is that how you say it? Banyan tree. She sat on a banyan tree, and as she was sitting on the banyan tree, she said, what is my next steps? What is mine to do? I'm so in it. And her voice said, look at what you're sitting on. She looked at the banyan tree, and it said, you're sitting here fully supported. And the awakening in her was, I was not even paying attention to what I already have. I am being fully supported, and I was off in this other world. So look around. What do you already have? How are you being fully supported? What areas do you notice that the universe is showing up for you? And are you noticing? So those are the three things. Gratitude is a creative act. Gratitude interrupts division. And gratitude reveals guidance. So one of the big practices of gratitude is shifting when things are challenging. So I'm going to have you do a very quick practice. I'm going to have you just center yourself. Take a breath. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. Make sure your chair is fully supporting you. And can you get to that center? Just for a moment. Imagine just something easy, something you're grateful for, something that cultivates that felt sense in your heart. Knowing that you are safe, you are loved. And now what I want you to do is just bring to mind something mildly challenging, not the hardest thing, just something little. Maybe a family member who drains you, maybe a deadline you're behind on, maybe something that you're worried about on the holidays. And ask yourself, is there anything in this situation that I can be grateful for? Maybe you're thinking of family tension. It could be, I'm grateful that this relationship matters so much to me. I'm grateful I have the tools to stay grounded in this moment. Maybe it's work. You could say, I'm grateful that I actually have meaningful work. I'm grateful that I'm learning better boundaries. If it's uncertainty about the future, you could say, I'm grateful that in the unknown, everything is possible. And I'm open to that new guidance. Just look for something. Have you found it? And now breathe into that space of gratitude again. Breathe into that. Feel the warmth in your chest. Feel a softening of your shoulders. Feel any unclenching. And allow your body to be open to the receptivity of a new reality being collapsed because of gratitude. That's coherence. That's the physiology of gratitude changing the body. That is about opening space, opening perspective, opening your inner GPS. And now you can open your eyes. And so, we have come to the end of our talk. And remember, gratitude is a creative act. Gratitude interrupts division, and gratitude reveals guidance. And if you are willing, I invite you to take on the gratitude challenge this week, especially with your family. Yes, and so it is, yeah. Thank you. Let's pray. And so in this place of gratitude and appreciation for ourselves, for showing up today, for saying yes to this day, for saying yes to this moment, for my body, for my relationships, for my finances, for my community. I'm in a space of gratitude, recognizing and knowing that this reality, this place that I'm in, is literally heaven on earth. And I'm grateful to be in the place of heaven on earth. I'm grateful to be in that space where the interior is in alignment with the exterior. I choose to say yes to an interior of coherence, an interior of groundedness, an interior of the infinite everything saying, I am here fully supporting you. And in that support, I am so grateful. It's like the appreciation, and then I am grateful for the appreciation. The appreciation appreciates, and it's just all this catalyst of transformation that's happening within me, and I'm so grateful to see it and to feel it and to allow it to move me and groove me and feel me and see me and be me. Knowing that this truth is not only my truth, but it's each and every person who's here, each and every person who's watching online, each and every person is awakened to the truth of their being because of this very moment now. And so I know and I project in the future, if there is a future, which is something that is created by humanity, but in God there is no future. So really, there is just this moment now. But I put myself into the moment of what I perceive as the future with my family, with my friends, with the holidays. And I know that that same truth permeates all of those moments. I know it now. And I'm grateful to be reminded when I forget. And so as I surrender it to that truth, I claim it for each and every one of us. I know and claim that Thanksgiving, that this holiday kickoff is truly a manifestation of love, of centeredness, of groundedness, and of wholeness. I see it, I feel it, I claim it, and I am it. And I be it from this moment on. And for that I'm grateful, and so it is. I love you very much.
Yay, yay. I always want to take a deep breath after these. Wow, isn't that great? Just are moving into our offering period, and we want to know that, or want to let you know that the offering of envelopes are now in your front back, the chair back in front of you. So an envelope, a pen, and there's always the scanning of UR symbol as well. And so we just want to take this moment to practice gratitude, to really be in the moment of appreciating all that we are, all that we have created together, and this unfolding path. We're right at the threshold of the unfolding path, and it is good. And will the ushers please come forward?
Swing open my heart, give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up, get right back to the start. This is how I was made, free from the worry, free from the fear. I know Spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here, singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Swing open my heart, give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up, get right back to the start. This is how I was made, free from the worry and free from the fear. I know Spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here, singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Okay, I get to do the announcements. And guess what? You could be involved too. On the tech team side, we are recruiting people who maybe are kind of interested in technology, know a little bit about technology, or don't know but want to learn more. So we have a fantastic team that you can join. Philip is raising his hand because he's the head of that team. But anybody that you see at the soundboard or the cameras are a resource for you to just check out. What would it be like to be part of that team? And we would just really welcome you with open arms. Now, this next thing happening today at 2:30 is this little thing. Installation ceremony. And just to tell you, the RSVPs are full, meaning we're at and beyond our fire code level of seating. But it is all going to be live streamed. So Facebook, YouTube, and our own website, you can see the whole ceremony. So we welcome you. If you have not yet reserved your seat, do check out the live stream. And then we're all going to take a little bit of a rest. So the office is closed Thanksgiving week, and we'll be back again on Sunday. And so everybody just have a wonderful time with friends and family and lots of great food. Happy Thanksgiving. When we return, we'll have our monthly grief support group on November 30th. That's the 5th Sunday, right after Thanksgiving. And there is no satire in that sequence. Thank you. But if you need anything, any processing of anything, it's a great group to do it in. And after that, we're going to do Spirit at Work, a networking breakfast with Reverend Abigail as the guest speaker. That's Wednesday morning, December 3rd at 8 a.m. And you get a wonderful breakfast. You get an opportunity to see other people in the business world, other entrepreneurs, and it is a $30 ticket, and you may also choose the price that is right for you for that breakfast. And then finally, we have a new thing. We're getting holiday pictures opportunity. This is a fundraiser for our teens. 100% of the proceeds go to the teen program. That's Sunday, December 7th at noon, a love offering of $25. And you can do groups. So you could do your family, a group of friends, or individual pictures. So do check that out. Sign up for it at the Ask Me desk for your time slot. And we are complete, except, of course, for music.
All right. Well, thank you. If you're able, we'll stand. You can stand and we'll sing out into this glorious day. And maybe we'll see some of you back in just a little bit.
Make me an instrument of peace.
wonderful day. We'll see many of you back in just a little bit. Many blessings, and we'll see you again soon.